Real quickly, I'm going to go through, it's run a little bit longer than we anticipated, the District 15 administration proposed solutions to this problem. Again, this is copied right from the budget reduction plan, again posted on the district website. This actually is in the file, what they call it, the board package for February 8th. And they post this package up there every month, whatever they're talking about at the board meeting. So this is where this information came from. This was their budget reduction steps. Now this is about $3 million worth of reductions to various non-salary type of budgetary items. For example, additional transportation reimbursement, which isn't really a reduction, that's just a little additional money from the state for the transportation department. They say every year we have about 1% of our budget is not spent. So we're going to claim that as a reduction. And in talking to a couple of school board members, they tell me that basically is going to come from the energy area, that they can make that a real reduction. And then they take things as small as eliminating the paper copies of the Connections, which is a district newspaper for parents. Reduction in services and supplies, and basically some fairly small things like this, environmental services reduction, maintenance reduction, that's primarily manpower over in the transportation department. Closing the schools up in the winter. There was where did it go? They put in a lot of new lighting, so they're going to take some energy savings. They claim they're going to get out of it. So anyway, this amounts to about $3 million worth of savings. And don't forget, we've got a $9.6 million target. The next page of it, and by the way, there's the, oops, is that one? There's my cut right there. Senior reduction. One of the biggest reductions on this page is one that's causing a lot of consternation in the school. They're going to restructure the program assistants and reduce the payments to program assistants through various personnel moves, about $1.2 million. This is all on the district website, by the way, again. Then you can see that they're going to do stringent adherence to class sizes, where they can then basically reduce 13. FTE stands for full-time equivalent. So that'd be 13 teachers. Reduce the extracurricular stipends. That's for, I guess, teachers doing extra work in the evenings. This, they don't know what it is. Negotiate salary benefits. That's going to, hopefully, that'll be some kind of number that that'll make the district solvent again. The items you see here in red were originally on the suggested reductions, but because of community feedback, they took them off of the suggested reductions. So at the end of the day, we've got about $6 million worth of savings, and we're still $3 million short. So what they're proposing for this first year is to use $3 million of the fund balance to balance the budget. In other words, only a $3 million deficit this year instead of a $9 million deficit. That's for 1 year. So that's basically what the board can address. If you remember Jen's discussion, these are the things that the board can do independently or unilaterally without going to negotiations. So with no structural change, what this means is we're kicking the can down the road. If we do nothing else, because we'll have a $3 million shortfall next year, a $4 million shortfall the year after, $5 million, and $7 million. All we're doing is reducing slightly the size of the problem. We still have the basic underlying problem. And you can see what happens here. Our fund balance doesn't go down quite as dramatically. If you remember from the first slide, that number got down to about $3 million. Okay? Eventually it's going to go to zero. We still have what the board members have said, structural.
Why is the $1.5 million additive from prior years? That's a 1-year reduction. It isn't additive every single year.
You have to go ask Mr. Janchik and Mr. Thompson. I understand because I asked the same question myself. I'm only the message bearer in this case. Thank you very much. We've heard that old term, right? Hopefully we'll adhere to it. If they're able to, if they, meaning the board, administration, are able to negotiate some salary relief, some cost relief in healthcare and salaries, their first step would be to restore about, what, 1.4 or 1.6 million dollars worth back to the budget, add these people back in, and hopefully get on with life. You'll notice, however, that they are not planning on adding